All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, man, we've got a big update in the sport of boxing as Turki Alashiek, according to reports, and I'm going to give the person's name who gave the report right away. Boxing Ego. Shout out to Boxing Ego. If you've not watched Boxing Ego's video about an issue that came up with the Turki Alashiek negotiations with Netflix, make sure you go watch his video because it is his information that I'm relying on to give my opinion in this video. And in short, Turki Alashiek is a buffoon, and he is ruining that Terence Crawford Canelo Alvarez fight. And man, I think he may just be about the worst businessman that I've ever seen, and his organization is going to go down. And now we have a rock solid proof of it. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we are going to be talking about the Terence Crawford Canelo Alvarez fight and Turki Alashiek, who, according to reports, sexism got in the way of him getting a deal done with Netflix to air that fight. Now, before I get into the details, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. And if you're new to the channel, hey, man, thank you guys so much for coming around. If you've been around, thank you for coming around. Thank you for supporting the channel. And thank you to everybody that supports in the super thanks of videos like this. It's a little $ next to the comment section, and is just a really great way to support content creators. And by the way, shout out to Matty Yole. Matty Yole is a guy that supported for a very long time. I haven't actually went in and did my thank yous and sent my thank yous out in a while, but I know, Matty Yo, you the dude. Let's get into this, though. I've been saying, look, man, just because you got a lot of money does not mean that you're a good businessman. It does not. You cannot, if you give an idiot $50 billion, that's just going to be $50 billion wasted, okay? Because you know what they say, a fool and their money are soon parted. Now, Turki Alashiek is trying to put together a fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez. Rumor was, and no, reports were, that Turki Alashiek and Dana White, who you know are working together on something called TKO Boxing, were going to be meeting with Netflix, and they were going to again get on the schedule for Netflix for fights for TKO. And this was supposed to be somewhere where Dana and Turki would meet with Netflix. Not too long after that, Dana White decided that he was not going to work with Turki Alashiek on the Canelo Alvarez fight with Terence Crawford, and that he was going to use the Saudi Arabian promoter Sella to do the promotions, right? Which now makes people wonder, hey man, is the fight even going to be in the United States? Well, Kamal Oz, shout out to Kamal Oz, sent me a video from Boxing Ego. If you're not familiar with Boxing Ego, make sure you go follow Boxing Ego. I'm not in the business of stealing people's reports. I'm not going to leak you some information that is coming from me that's really coming from him. So please make sure you go watch his video. But when I watched it, what statement that he made was that an inside source that he had told him that Turki Alashiek's meeting with Netflix went terribly. And the reason that it went terribly, and I'm not going to go much more into his video than this, the reason that Boxing Ego was told it went terribly was that there was a woman in the room. And basically something happened something happened, like he was not comfortable with the woman in the room, or he asked for the woman to be removed from the room. But he, whatever the scenario is, he did not want to deal with a woman in a negotiation. And my understanding is, well, this was the feeling from what I got from Boxing Ego's videos, that there was some acrimony going in between the people, right? Now, here's the thing. If you're going to work in the United States of America, and you're going to be working in organizations like Netflix, or you're going to be working with Walmart, or you're going to be working with State Farm, or if you're going to be working with IBM or anywhere else, you're going to have to work with women, and you're going to have to work with women that have power over you. And you're not going to easily find a man in the corporate environment that we're in now just to tell the woman to get out of the room so us good old boys can talk. So it isn't surprising that that fight right now is not going to be on Netflix. Turki Alashiek had also said in his tweet that they were going to announce who the broadcaster would be. So is it going to be DAZN? Is it going to be Netflix? Who knows? He already said he was going to break off from DAZN to go over there to Netflix. Anyway, man, that is some really, really, really terrible negotiations. If you don't feel as if you can be in the room with a woman and have a conversation with a woman and do business with a woman, then you need to send somebody else, stupid. You need to send somebody else to go in there for you. If you, for some either religious reasons, personal reasons, whatever, don't want to work with women. Crazy. And this is right on the back of Turki Alashiek having a ring card boy in for the fights with Devin Haney and Jose Ramirez, Ryan Garcia, Rolly Ramirez, and Teofimo Lopez and Arnold Barboza. Turki Alashiek actually had ring card boys in the ring. Ring card boys. Now, you have ring card boys on one side, and on the other side, you can't work with women. Dude, this is just no. This is just a huge get out of here, Turki. No. But as far as it relates to the actual fight with Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, this fight is gonna flop, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna flop. There's no way it's gonna be successful. Turki Alashiek doesn't have the ability to make it successful. I don't think Turki Alashiek has the ability to make people even be interested in it. But let's go on to this and assume that what Boxing Ego said happened. Who is going to want to deal with Turki Alashiek? Who's going to want to deal with him? How are you even going to work with Dana White and TKO if you're not willing to work with women? How are you going to work with Ari Emanuel if you're not willing to work with women? Look, man, the experiment should end, and it should end soon. The only problem is that Turki Alashiek is willing to spend money, and we're just going to have to see, exactly how disastrous this thing can possibly get before he says, okay, let me walk away. But for you to stink up the joint in a meeting with Netflix, for them to pay a bunch of money to put a fight on, and you were like, no, I refuse to do this. Get the woman out of the room. Nah, man. The problem is Turki Alashiek. It ain't anybody else. And good luck getting this fight promoted in any real way. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Deuces.